Hello everyone, welcome to Passion to Learn. In this video, I'm going to continue with a part 2 series of homeschooling. I was been getting repeated questions from my friend's side and they were asking me after looking at my first video, how is it possible? Is homeschooling be a successful one? Where do you take him for exams? Or you don't believe about exams? There were so many questions. Yes, I do believe in exams, like how other school going kids take up exam. The homeschoolers can also take up exams and do academically strong along with the other extracurricular activities. So I thought let me make a small video on that so that people who have thought about it will get more ideas. Yes, the first question was being thrown to me was the exam. There are two boards where we can take up exams. One is NIOS, number two is Cambridge University. In this video, I'm going to talk about little bit of NIOS and what are the categories over there. And I'm also going to cover up some interesting facts about homeschooling. So do not skip the video. Continue along with me and see the benefits. Yes, the first level is called Open Basic Education. Open Basic Education is the first step in the NIOS. So here this program is divided into two. Children below 14 years of age, adult above 14 years of age. The OBE program is offered at three levels. OBE level A, level B and level C. So first level is OBE level A. That is equivalent to class 1, 2 and 3. So OBE level B is equivalent to class 4 and 5. OBE level C is equal to class 6, 7, 8. Let me repeat it. They go in two categories. Children below 14 years and adult above 14 years. OBE is offered at three levels. OBE level A is the first level equivalent to class 1, 2, 3. OBE level B is equivalent to class 4 and 5. OBE level C is equivalent to class 6, 7, 8. NIOS do not have any curriculum for kindergarten. That is completely an age for play and learn. Then the next level is secondary. The minimum age to take up admission in the secondary course is 14 years as on 31st July of current year. Senior secondary. Minimum age to take admission in the senior secondary course is 15 years. In order to take admission in the senior secondary course, the learner must have passed the secondary course from a recognized board. And now here, there comes a question. After completing this, can a child go to the regular college? Yes, there are many kids after completing going to colleges, regular engineering college as well as arts and science. And there is a NIOS is a authorized education system where the certificate has equivalent value. And now coming to the real interesting facts, we all can see our great Leonardo da Vinci. Who knew that the artist behind legendary painting Mona Lisa and The Last Supper was also a homeschooler? Do we all know that? Da Vinci went down in history not only as a great painter, but also a polymath with extensive knowledge in various fields like biology, math, architecture, and engineering. But what many don't know is that the Renaissance artist was taught elementary education, writing, and arithmetic or math by his own father. I would like to highlight the point. All these were taught by his own father. Here is a great Albert Einstein. Einstein was mostly self educated, especially in the field of physics, mathematics. The Encyclopedia Britannica reports that Einstein left school at 15 years old but continued to teach himself complicated mathematical concepts. Yes, here is our Serena Williams. Another tennis legend who was educated at home is American athlete Serena Williams. She and her sister were homeschooled by their father, Richard Williams, as they attended tennis training sessions. However, by high school, their dad enrolled the girls in a public school and temporarily stopped sending them to tournaments so they could focus on their studies. In 1995, Serena played her first professional tournament at the age of 14. Here comes our great Alexander Graham Bell. Alexander Graham Bell, the inventor of the world's first telephone, also spent his formative years being homeschooled by his mother. This went on until he was 10 years old when his mother started to go deaf, forcing young Alexander to attend formal school at Royal High School. His mother's condition later inspired Bell to study. Though Bell was full of potential, the classroom did not turn out to be a good fit for him, as he did not perform well academically during that time. After 4 years, his grandfather moved with him to London and took over the responsibility of homeschooling him again before Bell himself pursued formal education. So, I have tried to bring up mixed examples of people who did homeschooling here so that we understand it's not only who cannot read, it's not only who cannot get an admission in the school, or someone who got a complaint from the school, someone who's a great athlete, or someone who is a great extracurricular person and who wants time to get involved in it. So all sort of people are coming under the homeschooling category. Can we see one more interesting facts here? Thomas Alva Edison. The great Thomas Alva Edison may be one of the most admired inventions in history, but young Edison was flunking traditional school as a kid. Edison struggled with academics to the point that he was dismissed from school with his teacher saying he is mentally deficient. Afterwards, his mother homeschooled him and supported his research and experiments. Throughout his life, the American inventor has little to no formal college education, but he still succeeded in becoming one of the most celebrated inventors. So, the last example we can see someone was not able to continue his education, came into homeschooling. We can see one athlete who wants extra time for her athlete came into homeschooling. So, this is the purpose of homeschooling. Thank you for watching the video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe the channels to see our latest video. Thank you again.